Hi everybody, today I'm going to share an exercise that's going to completely transform your life in only 30 days. This is an exercise I did when I first started as an entrepreneur, and it completely changed my life. Now we all know that if we have a lot of negative thoughts and we have a lot of negative focus, we tend to attract a lot of negative things in our life. We also know if we focus on the positive and if we have a lot of positive thoughts and we ask positive questions, we tend to attract a lot of positive things in our life. Now the challenge most people have is that we have conscious and subconscious thoughts. So you could try to focus on positive consciously, but there's still a lot of negative thoughts and negative focus or in your subconscious mind. You're still going to have a lot of challenges and troubles in your life. So the exercise I'm going to give you today is going to help you to change that and really make a complete shift in your life and have a lot of more positive things coming to your life. Now, how are we going to do that? Now, we all know that there's a lot of diets. There's diets for your body to shape up, juicing, being healthy, exercise. But there's also diets for your body, for your mind, to actually cleanse out all these negative things, all these negative focus and thoughts out of our mind. Now, we call this exercise the 30-day mental diet exercise. Now, what are you going to do during these 30 days? Very simple. You're going to stop focusing on all the negative things and you're going to start focusing on all the positive things. Now, what are the negative things and what do you want to avoid? Very simple things. We're going to, number one, stop watching or listening to the news, because mostly the news is negative thoughts. Now, some of you will say, oh, but I cannot miss my news. Now, the reality is, if something really bad happens and something that you really need to know urgently, people will tell you. So don't worry, I've stopped watching news for many, many years, and it only makes my life better and more positive. So number one is stop watching news. The other important is stop listening to the radio, because a lot of the radio is also negative songs, negative news. Next to that, you're going to completely stop avoiding any gossip. That means you're not going to participate in gossip, either listening or talking. Because if you talk negative about other people, you tend to attract more negative in your life also, even if you're listening. So that's also something you're going to completely stop. So what you're going to do more is you're going to start focusing on positive things, the dreams you want, you're going to start working on your vision, you're going to start saying positive things to yourself. Now, next to just stop focusing on the negative, you're also going to stop having negative thoughts. You're really consciously going to really committed focus to stop having negative thoughts. Now, this is going to be very challenging for many of you, because most of our thoughts, almost 80,000 of our thoughts, are subconscious. Now, this is very difficult to watch. But what can you do is you can start watching your feelings. So if you feel good, that means you have a lot of positive thoughts, or either you ask a positive question. But if you feel bad, that means either you had a negative focus, or you ask yourself a negative question, or you had a lot of negative thoughts. So you're going to ask yourself, okay, what is the focus behind it? Why am I feeling negative? And then you're going to shift that state. You're going to start focus on the positive. Now, some of you will say, yeah, but how can I easily shift my state? Now, there's very easy ways and exercises to do that. Now, one exercise you can do which works instantly is start looking up. Now, when you start looking up, you will notice, try this for yourself now and with me, look up and try to think about something negative. Now you will see that's very difficult. Now try to think about something positive. Now you will see it's very easy. Now do the same when you look down. Try to think about something negative. You will see, very easy to think something negative. Now try to think something positive. More challenging. Now this is a very simple exercise you can do ready to shift your thoughts and start thinking more positive. Next to that, you can change your state. Just put on a nice piece of music that you really love, start dancing, start jumping around. It's impossible to think negative when you're jumping around with your favorite music. So these are ways to change your state. Now, why is it so important to do it 30 days? Let me share you with one story, and it's a real story that's been done. It's actually research been done by NASA. So what they did is they took a group of astronauts and they wanted to prepare them for going into space. Now, we all know when we go into space, the world can be upside down because we're floating around, there's no gravity. So what they did is they let this group of astronauts wear a set of goggles, And when they're wearing these goggles, when they look at it, the world would be upside down. Now they had to wear these goggles for every day for 24 hours for 30 days. Now you can imagine wearing these goggles, you go to bed, you need to go to the toilet, everything is upside down, so it's not easy. Now what happened is really amazing, because they were seeing what's happening to the astronauts within 30 days. And after 25 days, there was one astronaut where suddenly, even they were wearing these goggles, the world would be back to normal. And the scientists were amazed, why is this happening? And they didn't understand it at first. Now, after very shortly 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30th day, all the other astronauts followed. All of them wearing the goggles, but the world shifted back to normal. And what happened then is when they took off the goggles, the world would be upside down. So they had to walk around with the world upside down, even though they were not wearing the goggles. And it took them 30 days to get the world back shift to normal. So that's when they realized is that it takes 30 days for the brain to connect new neural pathways that actually is like creating a new habit. Now what they also did is then, after they took a group of astronauts and they let them wear the goggles for like 15-20 days, but after 15-20 days they would take away the goggles for one day and then give them back. Now what they noticed, after 30 days nothing happened. No shift, no nothing. So they had to wait for another 30 days for it to happen again. So why am I sharing this story with you? Because it's a very, very powerful story if you really understand this. And this is what completely changed my life once I really understood this, is that you have to do something really consecutive for 30 days to make a shift, to create a new habit. And that's one of the main reasons why many of you, even you've been reading positive books, you've been trying to think positive thoughts, even you've been trying to visualize positive things, and it didn't happen. The reason why is because you haven't been doing it consecutive for 30 days. And that's what I discovered for myself. This was one of the main reasons why some things were not shifting into my life. But once I started applying the 30 days consecutive, and this really takes a strong desire and a strong commitment to really do it for 30 days. But honestly, if you just start with 7 days first, and you will be so happy you started this exercise, suddenly a lot more positive things will start happening in your life, and you feel so much better, you feel so much more joy, because just shifting your focus. So start this 30-day mental diet exercise. I would love to hear from you how this exercise is transforming your life. The more people will share this with, the better. So please share this video with your friends, your relatives, anybody you know who really is serious about changing their life. Now when you're doing this exercise, remember this: don't focus on perfection, just focus on progress. If you notice one day you did a little bit less good, but you still did it, don't worry, just continue doing it. Just do the best you can do, and you will see amazing transformations in your life. I'm very excited for you starting this journey, and thank you very much for watching.